I haven't done a Vocaloids video since January. That doesn't feel right, I'm not okay with that. I would like to lodge a formal complaint against time itself. But regardless, that's the situation we're in. So I thought, you know what time it is? It's Vocaloid time. This video is actually mostly artists I haven't listened to before, I think. So that's really exciting. And I think I'm even gonna get to hear a new Vocaloid. So, hope you're keen. Before we start, I thought I'd let you know that I have a Patreon. You can get all kinds of cool perks over there, including an uncut reaction once per week. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, the link will be in the description below. The first one is actually by an artist that we have seen in these Vocaloid videos, Ghost. And this is called The Chattering Lack of Common Sense, featuring Gumi and VOCALOID. I mean, straight into it, no complaints here. This is a really interesting beat that I guess is a sound that I would sort of expect from a Vocaloid song, but it just has a bit of a different style. I don't quite know how to explain it yet. Maybe I'll find the words later. Loving the percussion. I'm not gonna lie, I am into it. I was sitting there trying to work out, I'm like, is this something that I quite enjoy? And I think the answer is yes. It's got like an almost scratchy quality to it, and it's very erratic, which totally works for these Vocaloids, and for what seem to be like a bit darker lyrics. Dude, I'm imagining this bit slowed down, and I'm loving what's in my head. I'm still always fascinated by the technology of this. It's really cool. That's working. That little beat before the chorus, that's nice. How fast these lyrics are coming at me is overwhelming in a really good way. I would love to hear that contrasted with a slower note here or there. I'm still living for the idea of that slowed down. Give me some reverb, slow down and reverb it. I like the switch of that to piano. That's a really good change. I didn't even notice. There's kind of like a almost discordant backing instrument there. It really is such an odd style of music, isn't it? Somehow it's so charming. Wasn't expecting a high note, but I like it. Oh, the trippy reversal of the notes. That is uncanny. Oh, they're kind of layering a bunch of the earlier riffs in there as well. It's a really cool instrumental outro. Very slow fade out that got dramatic. I mean, that's about what I thought I'd get. I think at this point I've listened to maybe 2 or 3 of Ghost songs, and they definitely do have that recognizable style. Maybe I feel like I could pick out a song by Ghost. Maybe. Oh my god, that's a video challenge idea. Trying to identify Vocaloid artists. Oh, I would fail so bad. This next one, however, is with a Vocaloid I don't think I've heard, and it's the song Lost Umbrella from an artist called Inabaku Mori. I don't know if we've really had a Vocaloid song that was like slower or more somber, so I'm kind of hoping that's the vein we go down here. I mean, it's not really slow or sad, but that is a great riff and great rhythm too. I also quite like the sound of this Vocaloid's voice. Is it a voice? Would I call it a voice? I guess. Oh, damn. The way that beat hits. I really like the production of this one. Everything sounds really melded together quite well. Those sound so natural. Oh, dude. The way those snare hits came in even more. Now we're accentuating every beat. What is it with Vocaloids and using disharmonics? I will say overall that I think it's an underused tool, but it feels quite common in Vocaloid stuff. Maybe it's just what comes naturally when you're trying to go for that like grungy, dark aesthetic, but regardless of why it's there, I'm enjoying it. Oh, dude. Filtered vocals that somehow have attitude. Oh, it's my jam. I do sort of wish the vocals were cutting through a little bit more because it feels like they're getting a bit drowned out, but it still sounds nice. That's cool. They filtered like every instrument. Hit me with all of the drum fills. Every single drum fill that exists. Pulling everything out and giving it this like stop-start feel. Wonderful. How Oh my gosh. How does the Vocaloid give it a breathy tone? How does that work? Oh, I think it's a synth making the sound, but that underlying like, I don't know, it sounds like a helicopter. I love the way that it pins down the sound. Oh, damn. It's just one of those songs that all of a sudden ended. I can appreciate that. It's like, yep, you listen to the song. It's done now. I don't think that I'll ever stop being so intrigued by the way this technology works, because I can only assume it's a choice by the producer to change the vocal tone. But the fact that you can have this piece of software that can deliver a variety of tones and even add some breathiness like those notes is just wild. And I really liked how natural a lot of that sounded. It didn't feel too synthetic, but also didn't lose that Vocaloid-esque quality to it. It was very well constructed. And I'm so happy to hear the professional quality we get from artists on YouTube and people who are just enjoying doing what they love. It's phenomenal. The next one is an artist that has been very, very, very heavily requested, called Kikuo, and this song is called Love Me, Love Me, Love Me. And it doesn't say in the title, but I googled before and I'm pretty sure it features Hatsune Miku, so here we go. Like a circus tone? Cool. I kind of hope it stays at this tempo, because that's nice. Was that accordion? It is. That's totally accordion. This is like creepy, but make it cute. Is that gonna slide down? Oh, they kept it high. I expected that to really slide all the way down. I freaking love this beat. That's dope. I didn't even know what you'd describe the technique as, but I really like when songs have this line where a lot of the lyrics are delivered quite quickly, but it ends with a long sustained note, and then they give it a brief pause before starting the next line that does the same thing. It feels as though it really fills out all the lyrics, but without doing too much, and then they lead it into a chorus, I assume. The drum rolls. Spicy. That piano has such a cool tone to it. I love all the R's on the screen. Unironically, I love this, and for a hot second I forgot that it wasn't like someone's voice. I'm pretty sure it is Hatsune Miku, but that Vocaloid, with a bit more of a creepy aesthetic, I feel like a lot of people that use that Vocaloid do it with a bubblegum pop sound, and this is definitely not bubblegum pop. Like I said, it's not really the aesthetic you'd associate with that Vocaloid, but I think that makes it even cooler. It's someone taking something and using it in a different way to normal. And if you start putting in different weird sounds, I'm always gonna love it. As soon as I heard accordion, I was like, you know what, I'm sold. But also it didn't feel gimmicky. Every layer felt like an intentional choice and served a purpose. It wasn't just thrown in there to be different. So that in and of itself is pretty impressive. The last one we're gonna listen to is called Rollin' Girl. Oh, and this is also Hatsune Miku by an artist called Wawaka. That is impressive piano. I wonder if they played it or if it's a MIDI. Way more epic than I thought I was gonna get. There's just something about rapid piano with thrashy drums that will sell me every time. Interesting use of the voice. And the way that's mixed in there it's very high-end heavy. It gives it this harsher sound. I mean, the melody of that piano is freaking awesome. Why does this feel sad? Of all the songs, this feels sad. Really, really into the rhythm there. The delivery is so cool. It's so high-pitched, man. I wonder if they'll mix it up with some lower notes at some point. Honest to God, I think I could listen to that little section of piano on repeat for like an hour. If I could play that in my head at all times, I would get everything accomplished. I would rule the freaking world. And it's such a simple melody to the voice, but it works. I guess it contrasts with how hectic the rest of the track is. Still has that wistful vibe, and I can't put my finger on why. The variation of the pitch, so many interesting choices. That is a lovely melody and has gone from like wistful and sad to almost inspiring and energetic. Even the notes coming in offbeat is wicked. We got some fire today, and some really interesting variety across the songs. I think I might have literally said this in the last Vocaloids video, but I gotta say, one of my favorite things in music is hearing songs where artists have clearly made intentional choices to establish a tone, feeling, or sound. It's just nice to listen to it and think, yeah, this artist has put thought into it and given the track a very deliberate construction. And that's definitely not something I take for granted because I really like hearing it and I like trying to pick out what was done and why. It even lets me engage more with the song because I'm taking an active part and trying to deconstruct it in my brain while I'm listening to it. So there's something about these kinds of songs that just give me this interactive element. And I'm really glad that y'all recommended these to me. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to click that like button. And as always, have an awesome time until I see you next. See ya.